Hi, and welcome to JanStiffStitches. This is a Floss Tube channel, and it is about cross stitch. As much as I like to do other stuff, it'll just be about cross stitch. I really don't quilt. I can knit some, maybe crochet, but it's cross stitch. That's my bag. So welcome into my home. I am so glad you are here. I am so excited to meet more stitchers, have more friends to stitch with, even if it's via Zoom calls or FaceTime or however we can arrange it. I love going to retreats and seeing all of you as well. So thank you for being here. So anyway, let me give you just a brief background on how I got started in stitching. My Aunt Ruby actually taught me. So when we were young, my brothers and I and our mom, we would always go to Southern Illinois, West Frankfort in particular. That's where my dad and her grew up. And we would spend the summers with our grandma and our aunts and cousins, and it was always so much fun. Unfortunately, my mom passed away when I was young, but we still went to Southern Illinois every summer, and we still got to see everybody, and we still had so much fun. Every time we were there, there'd always be something going on. Whether my gram and my aunt were reading big books, or they were quilting, or they were embroidering, or they were cooking. But the best was the quilting and embroidery. I would always watch the two of them. At that time, my Aunt Ruby, she was a good Avon customer at that time. So the Avon lady came to the house quite a bit. And when she came one time, she brought a kit with her, and it was a kid's kit, and it was for crewel. So my Aunt Ruby bought it, and she taught me how to stitch, and I loved it. The kit was a giraffe and a mouse. Across the top, it said Friends. It was kind of bright colors. It really was so pretty in my, young eyes. I don't have it. I don't have the finished project. I'd like to believe that I gave it to my best friend at the time. I'll have to ask her and see if she's got it. But nowadays, with all the different ways you can shop for things, I went on eBay and I found the kit. And I ordered it and I stitched it. And I will show it to you. So here it is, Friends, and I'll try holding it back so you can get a big look at it. Isn't it sweet? It still just makes me happy to look at it. So I'm not done framing it just yet. My husband's gonna work on either making a frame or adjusting one, and then I'll be able to finish it. And I will proudly display it here in my craft room. So for this first video, I was thinking maybe I'd go over a few whips. I have more. Eventually, maybe I'll do a whip parade, but right now there's just like, three I think that I'm gonna bring up and talk about. I also will show you a few finishes, and then I will talk to you about a little bit of haul / kind of cool stuff that I found. So that's it. So let's get started. So for whips, one of the first ones, and this is a Mill Hill kit. So it's Jim Shore, it's Best Friend Santa. And I'm actually making this for a friend of ours. They have a little dog. He's actually white with then the reddish color. So I'm going to change that coloring a little bit for him, but I thought it would be really cute for them. And here is how far I am. And you'll notice this frame for the Mill Hill kit. I love it. It just makes it so much easier. The only time it gets to be a little weird, maybe a little difficult, I'm just going to show you the back, is if you need to end a thread. And like I typically will weave the thread under, and it gets a little difficult when it's this close to the frame. But other than that, This is awesome. And I got this off of Etsy, and I will look up the information for it and I will put it in the link below. So I've really enjoyed stitching on this. I've done other mill hills that I've enjoyed. I've got several that we put on our Christmas tree each year. The next, which I'm sure you've seen this, it's a beautiful stitch. Strength and Dignity by Annie, the Proper Stitcher. It's beautiful. I just love it. I love all the colors. So we started this. My friend Pam Coltrane, she is the Crazy Pink Flamingo Stitcher. She started it for her birthday. So we all started it as a group. I think there was like 5 or 6 of us, but I really do like it. Let me show you how far I am. So this is where I'm at so far. I feel like I should sit back further. I feel like I'm like in your face. So yeah, and you know what? I pretty much ordered this as a kit. So it is on antique white Edinburgh linen. I used all the called for weeks dye worth. Okay, weeks dye works. So when I ordered the kit, Madison Rose wasn't available. So I was going to sub DMC 223, but before I started it, it did come in. So then I was fine. So I've used all the called for. Yeah, I just really like it. And it's small. I think when I finish it, I'll probably finish it in a pillow. I can't decide if I want to give it as a gift too. So I'm kind of going back and forth on that. But it's been a great stitch. Fun, easy, it's going fast. So that's that one. The next one, here it is. The next one, and actually I will bring up the finish first. The next one that I'm working on is called the Celtic Band Sampler. So this is a pattern that I got off of Etsy. I want to say I started it early on, like in my back to stitching, which I probably didn't say in my introduction, but I got back into stitching like in 2019. So anyway, this is the Celtic Band Sampler. This is what it's going to kind of look like. I am taking some stuff out. There's a few rows that I didn't care too much about. So I'm just going to move it around. I don't necessarily really like the saying that's on it either, but let me tell you what it says. Oh, and look what I had to do. I actually had to color in the wording in order to be able to read it. So what it says is, marked by Wida D. McNally of Warwick, Rhode Island in the county of Kent in the year 2002. So that's not the part that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. The other part is, I will do as the wren in spring with sorrow and sighing on siren's wing. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I am stitching this for my mom. So I almost thought that I could maybe put her brothers and sisters' names in here as well. She has 8 brothers and sisters. So I'll keep thinking about that. But let me show you how far I am. So here it is. And this is stitched on 32 count even weave, tan dyed. It called for DMC threads, so I've used all those. The changes I've made is, so up you'll see the letter B is in pink, and that's my mom's name was Bridget, so my grandma Bridget, and then her dad's name was Michael, so the M is in a blue. And then my mom's name is Susan, so I thought I would do the S in pink as well. What's interesting about this sampler though, and actually I'm going to take this down and bring up the chart picture. So you will notice that there's no letter J, and there also is no U in this sampler. Apparently those letters were not part of the Latin alphabet at one point in time. I think I'm going to look that information up again and really see what it is talking about, especially since the date on it is 2002, and that's like the copyright date as well. So I just need to look into it a little bit more, but I really am enjoying stitching it. It really is turning out pretty. So that are the whips. Like I said, I do have more that eventually I'll be showing you, but for right now, you know, I'm just doing that a little bit at a time. There are a few things that I finished. So this is the first one that I finished. And this is a Lizzie Kate finishing, or Lizzie Kate kit, I should say. And I've stitched this on Irish linen 28 count, even weave tea dyed. I am using all of the called for DMC. So I really do like it. This was a quick stitch too. And look at how funny that I used this painter's tape around the edge. I don't even know when I did that, because I did it a while ago, and then I didn't even start this until February of this year. So I think I'm going to make it into a little pillow. I don't have the original chart because I have gifted that to a friend. She wanted to stitch it for her sister. So, but yeah, so that's it. This one is pretty. I love the colors. Yeah, I think my sister will like it too. The next item that I finished, oh, I should have held my little, which I will do. Let me just, so this was my little kit that I got. I forgot that I actually had the Avon paperwork. So the next finish that I have is not completely finished. So this is the pattern, Happy Birthday for Girls. Isn't it sweet? And this is by Sue Hillis. Love the colors. The stitching, it really was easy. I had started this on June 17th, and I was determined to get it all done by the end of July because the baby's due in August. So it's not complete because I still need to have the date and the weight and stuff. But let me show you where I'm at on that too. It is cute. And I did it all. I did all the back stitching and everything. So isn't that sweet? I really love it. And you know, it was fun to stitch too. It was nice having all the different little areas and everything. Because after you finished one section, you really felt like you completed something. So you felt kind of good about it. So I really do like it. And I think they'll love it. Yep. So that's that. So those are really most of my finishes for right now. Oh, you know what? I wanted to tell you. So the material that I used for this, I didn't tell you what I used. I used the called for DMC, but I did find a different material. And I'm going to show you the tag from it because FOAW, 16 count Ada, color happens. So this is the tag. So I'm not 100% with that FOAW, but I bought extra because I really do like it. And having it, the 16 count Ada, made it easy to stitch on. So it was nice. Okay. Now let me just check my notes quick. No, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, so some of the stuff that I recently got, it's someplace around here, I know it. So I went first to an antique store with one of my girlfriends. No, actually my sister-in-law. And I found this book. Early American Wisdom. So I was kind of drawn to it just by the cover and seeing like the cross stitch or the needlepoint or the crewel or embroidery that's been done here and in certain areas of the book. It's just fun. I mean, look at that. Isn't that sweet? I think it's so sweet. Let me see what else. Oh, look at this. That's sweet too. Pretty little basket, the bluebirds. So it is interesting, some of the stuff in here, in the quotes. When angry, count 10 before you speak. If very angry, add 100. It doesn't say add 100, but I think that's what it means. Truth often suffers more by the heat of its defenders than from the arguments of its opposers. That's from William Penn. All right. The sayings are okay, but the pictures are the best. Let me see which other ones. Oh, well, there you go. Haste makes waste. Make haste slowly. Oh, I guess I'm quoting the wrong thing. All right, there is another one in here that I want to show you. I think over time I'll probably be showing you a lot of them because they're so cute and so old. Look at this house. See, isn't that neat? I mean, and just even the colors and stuff. Okay, so what it says about that is good thoughts from yesterday to think about today. Selected by Barbara Wells Price. Illustrated with stitchery by Susan Tinker. So yeah, so it's a neat little book. There's another cute one. So that was a fun haul to get. I truly enjoyed it. Okay, and then you know how there's, giveaways, but we don't want to say giveaways. Anyway, I was watching a Floss Tube and I signed up for a giveaway and I got called for it. And it was a Christmas wallet and it was from Zan, so Crazy Band Lady Stitches. And she sent me the wallet and then she also sent me this cute pattern. I think it is so sweet. I don't know if I'd be able to stitch it on black or even the chalkboard, whatever color they use. So this is Stitching with the Housewives. Let's go ride a bike. So it really is cute. I definitely am going to try it though, because I've not stitched on black before. The other thing that I actually ordered was this. Dive into reading. Okay. And this is Deborah Dick. From Tempting Tangles Designs. Her charts, I'm sorry. Of course, I'm worried about the glare. I should have taken that out. Anyway, her charts are so colorful. I have ordered one other, but I just haven't stitched them yet. So I really do want to stitch this one. When our daughter was young, I would always tell her about reading, like, oh my gosh, you can't even imagine the places you can go when you read a book. It's just, it's so much fun and amazing. And she grew up being just a prolific reader. So yeah, so I love it. So I definitely, I'm not talking about a new start, but this is pretty cute. I could see me doing something on it. Maybe just getting it kitted to see what that does. It calls for all DMC. Yeah, it's got the list of fabrics. I might even have some here. So we'll have to see, but I will keep you informed. So some of the other things, I mean, that's it really for my haul for right now. On occasion, I do order some stuff stuff that'll be helpful, you know. But right now, that's it. That's all I got to show for my haul. I do have some other things to talk about a little bit. I just want to show you, like in the background here. See, this is hard. So this is the Summer Quaker. So I finished that last year, maybe the year before, but I just had it framed. And I like it, but I don't really like it framed that way. So it wasn't expensive to get it framed that way. I'm going to eventually have it reframed when I finish like one or two of the other Quakers so that they can all be similar and so that I know what I'm doing. But what I wanted to point out was on that one, and one of the reasons why I don't like it so much is, so the fabric is really light, like this fabric, and you can see these threads in the back that are hanging. Now I can cut those, and I will, because now I've learned my lesson, but I didn't do that on the Summer Quaker, and it actually shows through the framed finish. So I definitely will do something different with it eventually, but I was so glad to get it done. I'm so glad to have it hanging. I just love it. And you know what, my friends? This might be it. I might be done for now. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It is short, but it'll get better and it'll get longer. And I've had so much fun. I'm so nervous, but not too nervous. So thank you for being here. And I hope you enjoyed your time. And I want you to enjoy your stitching until I see you the next time. So bye.